I still remember the echo of her voice in that kitchen. Sharp, metallic, final. "You're worthless now." 4 words, clean as a blade. Funny how a lifetime can collapse in seconds. I didn't argue, didn't plead. I just watched her sign the divorce papers as casually as she signed for Amazon packages. She took the $4.1 million Seattle home, the cars, the furniture, hell, she even took our dog. All because the company downsized and my name was on the list. She didn't know it then, but that was the moment she handed me the motive for the cleanest revenge of my life. There was a time she'd look at me like I carried whole futures in my hands. When the job paid well, when I took her to waterfront restaurants and weekend flights, she played the part of the loving wife with award-winning devotion. I thought it was real. But love built on money rots faster than fruit. Looking back, the signs weren't subtle. Her late-night yoga classes, her sudden obsession with phone privacy, her new perfume, expensive, musky, bought for someone she wanted to impress, not me. Still, I held on. Pathetic, really. The week after I lost the job, she stopped pretending, stopped coming home some nights, stopped touching me, stopped calling me by my name. And then I found the messages. Her texts to her coworker. My replacement, apparently. "He's done. I can finally have my real life. He still thinks I care." I stared at those words until my hands shook. But fury doesn't scare me. It sharpens me. The pain cooled into something surgical. A plan began to form. Quiet, methodical, inevitable. After the divorce, I moved into my late aunt's condemned house in Detroit, a place the city forgot. Peeling paint, rusted pipes, floorboards that complained under every step. But it was mine, and I needed the quiet. I decided to rip up the basement floor to sell the copper wiring, anything to stay afloat while I recalibrated my life. The shovel hit something metal, a deep, hollow clang. I knelt, swept away dirt, and uncovered a safe. A 1990s model, 4-digit combination lock. I tried my birthday. A lazy guess. It clicked open like it had been waiting. Inside were documents wrapped in plastic, stock certificates, a name that froze my breath. Microsoft, dated 1986. My aunt, quiet, strange, brilliant, must have bought them early, before anyone knew Gates would rewrite history. I checked the number of shares. Then I checked their value. I sat on the cold concrete for a long time, breathing in dust and disbelief. I wasn't ruined. I was reborn. But before rising, I needed to finish something. Her. Revenge isn't rage. Revenge is math. Step 1, I contacted a lawyer, quietly, and began the process of liquidating the shares through multiple accounts. No spotlight, no noise. Step 2, I researched her new relationship. She had moved my replacement into the Seattle house 3 months after throwing me out. They redecorated it like teenagers with a credit card. Step 3, I waited. Patience is a weapon. When the money cleared, more than enough to buy 10 houses like the one she stole, I made my final move. I bought her mortgage. Every last dollar of it. Through a shell company with a forgettable name, North Lake Holdings. In one signature, I became the owner of the house she flaunted in my face. And she didn't even know. The day I confronted her, Seattle skies were gray. The dramatic kind nature hands you when it's feeling generous. I scheduled a mandatory inspection. She had to be present. Law requires it. She opened the door and froze. Her eyes widened the way prey animals silently measure the distance to a predator. "Why are you here?" she whispered. "I own this property now," I said. Color drained from her face. Her boyfriend, the one she traded me for, stepped into the doorway with artificial confidence. "What kind of game are you?" "Check the deed," I cut in. North Lake Holdings. Look deeper. She did. She stared at the legal notice like it was written in fire. Then she saw the parent signature. Mine. Her knees buckled. Her boyfriend went silent. You can't do this." I already did. I walked inside, slow, deliberate. Every footstep reclaiming space she thought she'd stolen forever. She followed me, voice cracking. "Is this revenge?" "No," I said. "Revenge was the patience it took to let you believe you'd won." I handed her the envelope, a notice of eviction, 30 days to vacate, no extensions, no negotiations. Her boyfriend sputtered with anger. She crumbled entirely. "You can't throw us out," she cried. "We don't have anywhere else to go." "You'll figure it out," I said. "You're resourceful when you need to be." Her eyes begged, like the betrayal never happened, like she hadn't thrown me away the moment my salary vanished. "You have money now," she whispered. "Why do this?" "Because you taught me something," I replied. "People don't change. Circumstances do." The truth hit her harder than the eviction. I walked out of the house she once weaponized against me, the rain cold and clean against my skin. By the time she gathered her things 30 days later, I had already bought a new place. Not in Seattle, somewhere quieter, where the past couldn't reach. Sometimes justice isn't loud. Sometimes it's a signature. She took my home. She took my pride. She took my marriage. So I took everything she built on the ruins of me. I never raised my voice, never broke a law, never spilled a drop of blood. But I ended her kingdom with a key. And I'd do it again, without hesitation.